you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you. Please come and play with me.
Hey guys, this is Jim and Michelle with Foxes on the Go. And Michelle, what are we doing today?
We are doing a parent's guide to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Don't do it. So that was a no, I'm kidding. It was actually a lot of fun. But we know that a lot of parents are thinking about going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, or maybe they have already bought tickets, if you're smart, and you just have some questions because, Michelle, what did we know about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party before we went?
Not much.
Not much. We went online and we grabbed a few things and we had a plan for the first time in our adult life. We actually went into something prepared and we realized that we were not prepared, of course. Yeah. So here are just 7 things that we think that can help you out if you're coming to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And it's geared towards parents, but look, if you're watching and you're a big kid at heart because that's what Disney's all about, this can work for you. So the very first one is you've got to have a plan.
Yeah, definitely have a plan.
You've got to have a plan.
Yeah.
So we actually...
The park's only open for a certain amount of time for the Halloween party.
Yeah,
so
from 7 o'clock until midnight.
You want to be able to do as much as you can.
And in all fairness, we did. We printed up a map. We looked at all the Halloween events. And
we drew out our route.
We drew out our route. and we pretty much ran from the moment that we got there until the parade ended, and we followed it out. Yeah, so it was definitely a long. So you got to have a game plan, but part of that game plan is knowing that you're not going to be able to do it all. I think that's really fair. As much as you want to do everything there is to do, let's get real. You cannot get every character photo, go to every little counter eatery place and get a new special dessert and go and see all the parade, all of this. It's just not going to happen. So you have to figure out what's important to you, and the best way to start to do that,
highlight what exactly you really want to do.
Yeah, and the best way to do that is get on Disney's website and actually look at what they're offering and see what options are out there for you and the things that you want to do for your family. The second thing is rides.
Rides, yeah. And that's one thing, looking at the website, you can look at the rides and find out exactly which ones you really care about.
Right, because we went and we have annual passes, so we have been to Disney every weekend, it feels like sometimes.
But if we had to do it again, I wouldn't have done Pirates first.
Yeah.
I would have done something else.
Well, and the reason we did Pirates is it said that it was a Halloween, it had a little Halloween icon on it. It was good. And Disney's, you know, in all fairness to Disney, it was lit up with orange lights and had some fiery looking ghouly stuff on the lights going up on Pirates of the Caribbean. But it wasn't a Halloween ride, right? So if you...
There were some rides that we didn't go to because I think we could have had more time if we didn't go to that one. We could have gone to the Haunted Mansion, which would have been really Halloween themed.
Yeah, it would have. So, it would have been without a doubt. You need to go to Haunted Mansion. I mean, it's Halloween. Yeah. But as an example, and I'll roll in a photo here. For those of you that go to Disney regularly, Seven Dwarfs is typically an hour to an hour and a half minimum wait just to get on the ride. The night that we did 20 or 30 minutes. So we would have been better suited to go that. What was the other Halloween rides, Michelle? What were the other Halloween rides?
The teacups. We did the teacups.
The teacups.
So that was okay. It was lights and some music, you know.
Yeah, it was good. It was all of 30 seconds, 40 seconds of a ride. Yeah. So if you're standing in line for 20 or 30 or 40 minutes and you get on the teacups, you're not going to be really that happy with it. Yeah. Just know that going into it. And the other one was...
We went on Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Yeah.
And what was the Halloween version of Space Mountain?
Well, they had some music that you couldn't really hear because you're too busy screaming. You know?
Well, the ride was loud. The music you really couldn't hear. And this is no dig on Disney. We love Space Mountain.
Yeah, we do love Space
Mountain. But there are other things. So if you really want to ride Big Thunder, if you really want to go to Haunted Mansion, go.
So that goes back to the plan. Look at the website and find out what rides are appealing to you.
Absolutely. Now, characters. There were characters everywhere. We saw Tarzan. We saw Mickey and Minnie in their costume. We saw Donald. We saw, you name it, everyone was there. Those character lines, do you remember how long some of the lines were, Michelle?
Like an hour.
Yeah. Now, what's there was the what's his name? Jack. What's the guy's name from
Sparrow?
No, not Jack Sparrow, but he was there too with the super long line as well.
Oh, yeah.
But the main character from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
That line was up to 3 hours at one point. The entire Halloween party only lasts from 7 p.m. until midnight. Now, it's important for us to throw this in there and let you know that you can get there early. It's a special ticketed item, so you have to buy a special ticket to come to Mickey's Halloween party, because remember, it closed at 7 o'clock, but you can come as early as 4:30, I believe, and you can come in and you can, get kind of lined up for this stuff. But characters for us, we took pictures with absolutely 0 of them by standing in line.
Yeah.
And there are other ways to get pictures of characters, and we're going to talk about that in our next one. And that's what, Michelle?
Going to the dance parties.
The dance
Your kids have been in line. They've been our kids were great, standing in line, so they deserve it. You let them kick back and run around and dance, but there's characters there, so they get a chance to take pictures with Doc McStuffins.
There was Sully. It was Monsters Inc. at 1, and that was in Tomorrowland. And the kids had a great time, and they got to get some pictures with some characters from Monster Inc. Over in Fantasyland was Doc McStuffins
and the Lion King.
The Lion King,
as you name?
Timon, whatever.
Yeah.
We're horrible Disney parents, okay? Because we don't know all these characters in and out. But as you can see, as we're talking here, I'm rolling in some video of Michelle actually doing Fortnite dancing. So it's really, really fun. I think it gives you a chance to get pictures, it gives your kids a chance to unwind, and just enjoy yourself. The next thing was trick-or-treating, right? We have heard people on other YouTube channels actually complained that they didn't get enough candy, that they were stingy.
And they gave you tons of candy. And we only visited 2 places.
2 stops.
Our bags were full.
Yeah, they were insanely.
Maybe they wanted more bags.
Yeah, I don't know. But one of the things that we saw that was really ingenious, remember the guy that had the stroller?
Yeah.
And remember he had one of
those...
those...
He had the D-hooks.
Like one of those big hooks. And he was able to hook all the bags of candy into it.
Yeah.
You had a great point.
Well, the point that I made was when you go to a theme park, you know to bring a backpack because there's always stuff you can put in the backpack, your drinks or whatnot. But the backpack's really important because that's just another place to put the trick-or-treat bags.
The candy. And there's a lot of candy. I cannot imagine going to every little candy stop. And it wasn't cheap candy, right? They gave us good candy. Lots of it. I'm going to give a plug to the caramel M&Ms. I'm the only one in the family that liked them. And I must admit, I ate every package of them. So they were really good. But it was a lot of fun. And also, in addition to the trick-or-treating, there's also counter service restaurants. We actually stopped and got chicken nuggets or chicken tenders or whatever. And the other thing I wish we would have done, we had enough candy and sugar going on, we didn't need it, and we just were running out of time. That's some really cool Halloween desserts.
Oh yeah,
and so
that's one thing I wish we got a chance to stop and really experience.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give you a plug, not that she needs it at all, but it's AJ over at the Disney Food Blog, does an absolute amazing job. We watch her stuff all the time on some great stuff. So go over there, Disney Food Blog, and check it out because she'll give you some great pointers on the different desserts. And it's really honest. Some of the stuff she'll tell you, not a fan of it. Other stuff is delicious, but some of the caramel apples look amazing. They're so cool. So there's a lot of options for food, but again, you don't have a lot of time because this night goes by like this.
Yeah.
So you've got to think about it. Now, one thing that we did notice is a lot of people were in costumes. Now, we went opening day. It was seriously,
it was
485 degrees, okay? It was miserable.
So costumes could be good. I mean, if you want to do something like the Flintstones, that's a minimum amount of clothing.
Yeah.
You get away with that.
Absolutely. So you can do costumes, but there's some rules to it. And we're not going to get into the rules right now, but we are going to link below. Disney Parks actually put out a great little animation. It's rolling as I speak right now. You'll get an idea what it looks like. And it breaks down what kids can wear, what adults can wear, and things like that. And it's going to be really, really, really beneficial for you to know that. And we saw some cool ones. Shout out to Mr. T and
Maleficent.
Yeah, well, I would say that name wrong. Awesome. They're also YouTubers, and they had the best costume of the night. Absolutely thought it was awesome. But in that backpack, also you might want to put a little change of clothes for the little ones because if they get hot, it is hot in Florida. Yeah,
so.
and one of the things we have to think about is going to be the special events, right? The parades, the fireworks, and the the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular, right?
Yeah.
Well,
unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to see
we didn't get a chance to do that. The parade, highly recommend. Highly recommend you skip the first one. You'll see right now as I'm talking that this is what the first area the first parade of the night looked like. The one we went to was actually on at 11:15, and it was much later at night.
Yeah.
So that was the one to do. And what was great about that is when the parade ended, guys, because it was the end of the night, we fell in because we were right on Main Street. And that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Watch it on Main Street. Don't go over into Frontierland and watch it, because then you got to fight that mob.
Because afterwards, everyone's leaving anyway.
So yeah, so get on Main Street, try and get near the street, and then just fall in right behind the last person from the parade from Disney, the last cast member, and then follow them all the way out. We didn't hit any traffic or any mobs going out.
River pushed her way through like a football player, but
so there are some things like that, but definitely take advantage. Now the fireworks, we were in the wrong position for the fireworks, and that was really my fault. We were on the wrong side of the castle.
Disney fireworks are amazing,
yes,
so take the time to get a nice spot for that.
Get there for those and enjoy yourself. And I think it's great, but I will say without a doubt, I don't know anything about Hocus Pocus Villains Spectacular. I'm sure it was great because everything Disney does is great, but the parade is a must-see. You gotta watch it. Your kids are gonna love it. Let's get real. We loved it more than the kids did. It's so cool. But the last thing I want to ask, and this is, was it worth it? Was it worth the cost? I think it was. I think it was a blast. Michelle,
totally. Because Disney does everything 100%.
Yeah, they really do.
They really do.
Our concern was Hunter is 8, River is 5, that they wouldn't be able to hang in for the night. They were really, that was our concern.
We actually planned to leave at 10, but we hung in. They hung on there
the entire night, and so I absolutely think it was worth it. So we hope this video helps you guys out plan that trip to Disney World or Magic Kingdom for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. It is going to be an absolute blast. I promise you, you're going to love it. But follow some of the guidelines that we set forth, because it's really going to make it that much easier for you. One of the things we want to ask you, and we haven't done it yet through this whole video, is if you like our content, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon, because we're going to share our experiences. We do a lot of traveling. We're also local here in the Orlando area, so we're able to go to theme parks, and we're going to share with you all of our mistakes.
Tips.
Tips. Michelle calls them tips. I call them show you what we did that was wrong, and there's a lot of them. But without a doubt, we're sure you're going to love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2018. We want to thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.